The Dogs' deed is done.
What can I say? They were the best. They really stood out. They put it all together when it counts, and that's what the sport's all about.
What a routine.
And that just may do it for Georgia here tonight.
Wow.
The Jim Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia.
Welcome to the Jim Dog Show. I'm Katie Heenan-Dotson, sitting in today for Jay and Suzanne. They're getting ready for nationals. But today we're going to take a look at the season that we've had so far and a look into the future at what's to come at nationals. We're also going to take a tour inside the freshman dorms with Kat Ding and Gina Nuccio. But with me here today is Marcia Newby. Marcia, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Marcia, why don't you take us back into the season so far?
Well, okay, it's kind of like our theme for how we've been competing. It's been more like a roller coaster. It has ups and downs, and we have our momentum building moments, and we slow down. I feel like we're the biggest fighters this year compared to maybe like the other past 2 years I've been on the team. It's like once we get mad and like really upset about a meet, the next meet, nobody wants to compete against us because we want to nail it. So I feel like it's been kind of like that during the whole season, and it was especially seen after the Arkansas meet, where we always seem to have close meets when we go there. Like Beam tends to be like, oh my gosh, a nail biter. But we got past that, and then after that meet, we were like, okay, it's too far in the season to be letting stuff like that happen. So we went on to like Florida and then UCLA, and we like nailed it. We hit the ball out of the park. So we're very excited. We're like, fine, okay, fine. We're getting our groove, going to Michigan. We're still hitting those 197s, high 196. So, like, after the regular season, we're like, okay, we've had our ups and downs, but we feel like we are at a plateau. We still want to go up a little bit more, but no more valleys.
Down, yeah, no more roller coaster rides.
However, when we went to SECs, I gotta say, even though we did not win, we couldn't be mad about it because after Beam, I've never seen so much fight and enthusiasm and intensity because we went to Florida. Everybody did awesome. The little score was like 985, and I had to go. Like, I got 985. Like, where did that come from? So,
step it up, you know?
Yeah, hey. Then we went on to vault. And then Kat went in, and we all, like, nailed up. We could have done better vaults, but we still had an awesome vault lineup. Right. Then with bars, like, nail bars. We got, like, a 149.5, close enough. It was just great. And I feel like, yeah, we would have loved to win SECs, but at least we didn't crash and burn.
You didn't just let it fall all apart.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what was driving you in regionals?
For sure, I definitely think so. Because last time when we went to NC State for the regular season, we also didn't have a very good meet. But this time, not only were we fighting back from SECs, we're fighting back to prove to everyone else, like, don't count us out yet. Yes, we are still an up and down team, but we're getting our act together. And the third thing is, we're back at NC State, and we're ready to prove to all the fans, we can compete no matter where we are. Even if some people say, oh, we've been here, we messed up. Right. It doesn't matter where. We can do our gymnastics anywhere. So I feel like those main three things are why we did awesome at regionals.
Great. Well, thank you, Marcia, and best of luck at nationals.
All right, great.
We're now going to get to take a look inside the dorms with freshmen Kat and Gina as they take us on a tour.
Hey everybody, this is Kat Ding.
I'm Gina Nuccio.
And we're here to take you on a tour of the East Campus building that we live in.
So come follow us.
Great thing about this building is it's very secure. Only your handprint and your ID number can let you in the building. Now this is our room, and 4 of our freshmen live here now.
Funny story about this room is that every single freshman class who've ever been to Georgia since this building has been built have gone through this room. So Nikki Childs, Audrey, LJ, Grace, etc. Everyone's been through here. So it's like a historical kind of room.
It's so cool. Let's go inside.
So everybody, this is our lovely kitchen. We got a nice fridge right here, and it's pretty much empty. Okay, and, the freezer, pretty much empty. Okay, we don't eat here.
Yeah. We don't starve. We actually eat at the dining hall. So this is our coffee pot, and most of us enjoy coffee in the morning or any time of the day.
This is my room. It's got lovely leopard, which I made this comforter. It's very soft. I like to sleep on it. And these are the pillows. This is my to-do list board. Helps me remember everything I got to do as I walk out the door. This is my stash of shoes and clothes. I am a shopaholic, I'll admit it. Okay, so this is my desk. It's got my drawers, which are convenient because I just pull them out and pull whatever I need. This is my computer for studying, which is convenient because I have a lot of studying to do. My desk lamp. I need it because I have no light. My favorite picture frame. It moves. I just got that, thanks. And, alright. Oh, my lovely curtains. Made those to go along with the room. And over here are my pictures. That's from my recruiting trip a year and a half ago. That's from 4th of July. And those are all from back home. And so this is my room, and I love it, and I sleep in it all the time. Yay!
All right, well, this is my room, and the colors are blue and black, and then a couple other different colors. My favorite color is blue. I have a whiteboard, which I put things up for the next day, like homework assignments or like what I have to do. Obviously, computer. Digital picture frame. Cannot live without this. Absolutely love it. And lots of lamps and colors and stuff. And then I have another like kind of calendar dry erase board, and that's where I just put for like the whole month and like things I need to remember. I got my TV and a bunch of pictures and little like magnets and stuff, and just pictures of friends and sisters and boyfriends, and yeah, that's my room.
Well, hey, thanks for coming along.
We're glad to show you where we live,
And
we got to scoot to practice now, so we'll see you there.
have fun.
The Jim Dog Show is brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. By GeorgiaDogs.com. GeorgiaDogs.com, the official website of the Georgia Bulldogs. By Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal healthcare organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty. You. By Alpha Factor. Alpha Factor, the official gymnastics apparel worn by the Gym Dogs. By the Georgia Club. The Georgia Club, a community of neighborhoods in Bulldog Country. By Phil Hughes Honda. Phil Hughes, the official Honda of the Georgia Gym Dogs. And brought to you by John Bull's stores in the Bahamas. John Bull, the shopping mecca of the Caribbean.
Ask Suzanne, brought to you by GeorgiaDogs.com. And this week's question is, in the preliminary competition at the NCAAs, which teams will Georgia be competing against? And the answer is, in the afternoon session, Georgia will be competing against LSU, Penn State, Oklahoma, Stanford, and Florida. And that's Ask Suzanne, brought to you by GeorgiaDogs.com. Welcome back. I'm now joined with sophomore Cassidy McComb, the 2008 SEC Freshman of the Year. Cassidy, I just talked to Marcia, and she kind of took us through the season step by step, and she talked a lot about kind of the roller coaster and the adversity that you all had gone through this season, but how it really has boosted you guys and brought you guys together, and coming off a great regional performance. Now we're headed into nationals. Why don't you take us through event by event? So let's talk first about vault.
Vault is a huge event for us. You know, it's going to come down to who sticks those landings at championships for any team. We've been doing really well this week with sticking landings and having assignments where, you know, you only stick and we can move on.
Right.
So we've been doing really well with that.
That's great, yeah, those sticking, and it carries over eventually into the meet, and that's very, very important. So how about bars?
Bars has been our #1 event all season, so that's where we're most comfortable and most confident. And, you know, we've had a great start off with Marcia in the lineup. I mean, she is key. We know she's going to hit every single time, you know, and then leading up is Kat. She has beautiful handstands, beautiful double out, and usually sticks her landings. And followed up by Tiffany and Grace, who we always can count on. And, of course, Courtney Kupetz, when she lands that double out, we know that she's rocked it.
And I think relying on that consistency that you guys have had all year is going to be key to that event come nationals. So now to the beam. You've had some ups and downs on the beam, but you guys are such a strong beam team.
Yes. Beam, of course, we've had our ups and downs, and you know what's so hard is we've been 100% in the gym, and once we get into competition, it's like we just need to keep our head on straight and do what we do all the time. And it's going to be huge as those first 3 girls, myself, Hillary, and Tiffany, that keep the lineup intact and have a great start, so the rest of the 3 can nail it too.
Yeah, I think that is kind of the key to Beam, is those first people up. I mean, definitely everybody through the lineup is important, but those first people up hitting and getting the momentum going is key. So why don't you tell us how you've been feeling on Beam? You know, it has been kind of a little bit rough, a little bit shaky, but it seems like at regionals your confidence wasn't shaken. So give us a little insight.
You're so right. I mean, this season I've been so up and down with balance beam, just in competitions. In practice, I will hit every single routine nailing it. So it's like, once I got to regionals and got that confidence of nailing it after SECs and redeeming myself, it was, I mean, my head is just right on straight where it needs to be.
Great. I know the girls are probably happy about that too. So then moving on to floor, some people say that that's maybe the weakest event for the Gym Dogs. I personally disagree with that because we have a strong lineup. But you especially have just been coming through, and at every meet you can just see you're improving and improving. Tell us about the floor lineup and then how you've been improving.
Well, our floor lineup is great. I mean, I don't know how people can say that our floor is the weakest because, I mean, we have 6 great girls that just nail our routines every time. So, you know, it's, again, those first 2, 3 people that really start us off, and Abby has done a great job by, you know, selling her floor routine, nailing all her landings, and, you know, that's what gets us going.
And your improvement from meet to meet.
I mean, I've had to change my floor routine many times this year, so it's been a little hard, but, you know, as the season has gone along, I've been able to push through things and just, you know, hit it out when it needs to be done.
So I guess it's safe to say that you have a lot of confidence in this team going into nationals.
For sure, no doubt.
And so prelims come up first, and you guys just need to rock it out to make it to the Super 6.
We start on our, you know, our event like we did at regionals. We're comfortable with that. We know what to do, and we're going to nail it.
So going into postseason, it would be a shame not to mention the 2 all-arounders, and they happen to be 2 seniors, 2 key players on this team, Tiffany Tolnay and Courtney Coupets. I guess it's safe to say that we need them to be on their A game, definitely in sync going into prelims at nationals. Maybe tell us a little bit about both of those seniors.
They're definitely key factors for this team. You know, when they're on their A game, there's no stopping them, and you can just see it on their faces. I mean, with Courtney, it's like when she's on, you better get out of her way because she's just ready to fight and be out there. Tiffany has amazing form, always coming through with her routines, and, I mean, just textbook perfect gymnastics.
And Courtney, well, both of them are seniors, so they definitely have something to prove, but Courtney being out last year, and she was kind of on a streak, you know, with her all-around performances, and this year has been phenomenal. Especially, I think, has something to prove. And would you say that when they're on and they're hitting, that it really gets the team excited and enthused to
for sure.
For the competition?
I mean, if they aren't on their A game, you know, it's a little hard to get everyone else up and going, you know. It's always that momentum that's building our team and, you know, keeping us going. So when they're not, you know, it's a little harder to keep your head on straight, but at the same time, when they are, we're an unstoppable team.
And that's not to say that everybody's not a key component to the, you know, the perfect recipe for nationals. Everybody needs to be in sync and ready to go come nationals for sure. All right, well, thank you, Cassidy.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Addison. Grace, what was it like winning the Nationals last year?
Hey, Addison. It's so fun to win an NCAA championship and as a team, and I want to do it again. It's so fun. Don't want to ever stop. Thanks so much.
Hi, my name is Danny Fleming, and the best thing about being a Gym Dog supporter is being able to walk into sold-out Stegman Coliseum, watching the students, the fans, the mascots all cheering on the Gym Dogs right here in Athens, Georgia. It just doesn't get any better than that.
Welcome back. I'm now joined by junior Courtney McCool. Hey, Court.
Hi.
We are going to talk a little bit about your dancing, which, other than gymnastics, I know is your passion here.
Yes.
And you brought it to the team in a way that kind of brings the girls together, lets them cut loose a little bit. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the environment's always really, really important, and for us to be able to let loose and
in things other than gymnastics is really, really just a great stress reliever for us and just a lot of fun. So I kind of just spend all my free time when I'm not studying choreographing routines just to like my favorite songs, and I like the musicality of it, so trying to different beats and stuff. And I just tell the girls, you know, I'll be in here at this time. If you guys want to come, then I'll teach a class or whatever. And so I've been actually doing that for a few weeks, and it's been a lot of fun. Even people from other sports, and just come in here and just show your personality in dance. And you can wear whatever you want. You can act like, you can throw on the hoodie, you can throw on the stunner shades, you can do anything. So that's a great part of dancing that I love, is that you can just deck out the scarves, the shirts, the pants, the shoes are my
purple
favorite.
high tops, yes.
The shoes are my favorite. So yeah, it's just a passion that I've been very blessed to be able to live in such a great facility.
And with that dancing, don't you also cut your own music and kind of put your pieces of music together yourself for your routines?
I'm working on that. I want to be the whole package when I get out of college. I want to be able to cut music. I want to be able to teach classes. I want to be able to take classes and be able to pick up choreography and do choreography on tours, do choreography around the country, just be stationed, like, hopefully in LA with my sister, because she's a dancer and she's amazing and I want to be just like her. So to be stationed with her in LA and then just work out, just kind of like our choreographer Russell Warfield is in New York and he travels all around the country. So I want to be so many people that I love, but myself. So
you got to promise me though that you're going to try out for So You Think You Can Dance, because
watching
you dance in that gym, you got some of those moves, and I'll tell you what, I'd vote for you.
Thank you. I would love to do that someday. So it's in the plan. I just don't know when.
And you were recently in a charity event, an Athens charity event, dance competition, where you brought along some other gymnasts, former gym dogs, current gym dogs. Tell us a little bit about how that was.
Well, one day Suzanne came up to me and we were in meet season, and I don't remember, I just started dancing again. I was just allowed to dance again, or I hadn't even been allowed yet, maybe like a week before, because of my injury. Suzanne just came up and said, do you want to be in Dancing with the Stars? It's a fundraiser that I'm working, and I'm going to be a judge. So if you guys could, you know, if you want to get whoever to dance with you, and you can just make up a routine. And so I got together the girls, and Amber Trainee, who's a freshman this year, and Nikki Childs, who's a former gym dog, got on board, and we got together and worked Sundays and actually worked during the week and put the pieces together with Greg Mays, DJ Mays, he's a DJ around here. Put the music together, put the routine together. It was like 3 minutes long of different pieces of ballet, of a little bit of contemporary, of hip-hop, of hard-hitting and popping and stuff like that. And it was just a great way for us to live out another passion that we've had. And Nikki's a former gym dog, and Amber's a freshman, and I'm right in the middle. So it was really cool to get all of us all together. Yeah, exactly, and just dance it out. And actually, Nikki came in today, and so did Amber, and we danced today. So something that we all love a lot.
And you were able to debut that routine at the last home meet. And I remember doing the radio with Emily Bridgers. We like couldn't talk because we were so stunned watching you guys dance. But that was fun in front of a home crowd.
That was really cool. I loved the commentary because I found it was on YouTube, and so YouTubed it after we did it, and heard you and Emily on there, and then they zoomed in on my shoes that I got in California. I was so excited. Purple high tops, and I have a shoe obsession. I love that I can, because you can't live that out in gymnastics. You can't wear shoes on events. I mean, we could try, but sometimes I do it in sweats, but that doesn't really work out so well. So that's a great fun part of it, and to be able to do it senior night in front of like, how many people were there? Maybe like 10,000 hopefully, and just be like, you know, this is something else we love to do. We want to see what y'all think. It was so cool to be able to do it in front of our friends, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, like people I didn't even know came out there. Wow, I didn't know like you guys danced and did all this stuff, and that was like my favorite part. And I was just like, that means so much for people to just come up and say that to you, besides what you've done all your life.
Right, not just the gymnastics,
Yeah,
but that
exactly.
I can do other things too. Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Routine of the Week, brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center. And this week's routine is Marcia Newby on the bars, where she did an outstanding routine in the last practice before leaving for Lincoln, Nebraska. And that is the Routine of the Week, brought to you by Athens Regional Medical Center. Countdown to the NCAAs, brought to you by Melwood Springs. And this week's countdown is the same as last week. Georgia remains in the top spot and will be competing in the afternoon session in the preliminary competition. And that is the countdown to the NCAAs, brought to you by Melwood Springs. Now we're, love your dancing, great passion, but now the big question. We're headed into nationals.
Yes.
And We all know that you guys can do it, but what do you think? What's it going to take to win nationals?
It is going to take an extreme amount of heart. I would say it's just simple as that. It's which team wants it the most, and every team out there wants it for different reasons. Utah wants it because they haven't gotten first the last 4 years, thank you to you. And, you know, Bama had a great meet at SECs. They came in when we opened the door. So, I mean, there are so many teams out there that could really just make it their own day. But we're going out there saying it's our day, and we're gonna fight for it. It's gonna be fight, and it's gonna be heart, and it's gonna be the team that wants it the most.
That's great. I couldn't agree with you anymore. Well, best of luck there and with all your dancing plans. And
thanks.
So I want to take a second to thank everyone who joined me on the show today. Cassidy McComb, Marcia Newby, Kat Ding, Gina Nuccio, Jay and Suzanne for letting me take over today. And again, Courtney McCool for telling us about your passion of dancing and heading us into the NCAAs.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Tune in next week to catch all the highlights from the 2009 NCAA Championships in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm Katie Heenan-Dotson. Thanks for watching.
The Jim Dog Show has been brought to you by Melwood Springs. Melwood Springs from the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Georgia. By GeorgiaDogs.com. GeorgiaDogs.com, the official website of the Georgia Bulldogs. By Brown Arrowhead Clinic. Arrowhead Clinic, Georgia's largest spinal health care organization. By Athens Regional Medical Center. At Athens Regional, we have a specialty. You. By Alpha Factor. Alpha Factor, the official gymnastics apparel worn by the Gym Dogs. By the Georgia Club. The Georgia Club, a community of neighborhoods in Bulldog Country. By Phil Hughes Honda. Phil Hughes, the official Honda of the Georgia Gym Dogs. And brought to you by John Bull's stores in the Bahamas. John Bull, the shopping mecca of the Caribbean.